So what's going on everyone, my name is Mr. Dalek JD, and as you've seen from the title, today we're going to be discussing something pretty exciting that is coming to Black Ops 4 Zombies very soon. This being a brand new perk coming into the game. Now, up until now, we've known since mid-January that a new perk was planned to be in Zombies, with more info coming directly from Treyarch at the end of January. We've yet to hear any details, but members of the community have dug into the game files and have found an image which includes the brand new perk icon. Now, I can't show you that identical image, but I can show you a HD recreation of the perk logo thanks to CraftDAnimation, who is a fellow Zombies community member who creates really awesome renders, and he recreated a HD version to showcase in this video. I want you guys to immediately leave your thoughts in the comment section on what you think this does. It's quite obvious what abilities this perk is going to affect in the gameplay, but it obviously is pertaining to a melee. Since we heard nothing about this perk until this icon, I thought this would be a really cool video to discuss what abilities this perk could have and to get your ideas on what a dream perk involving a melee would do. But in the perk icon, we can see a player holding a Bowie knife which has a blue glow and a zombie's head being cut clean off. So perhaps this perk might give you the ability to melee the heads clean off of zombies rather than just meleeing them and stabbing them. The fact that we have the Bowie knife in this image as well makes it feel like equipped with the Bowie knife, this could make the Bowie knife a more deadly weapon for a much higher round than the traditional round 10. This would be really cool because since the introduction of the Bowie knife back in Doris 10 years ago, we've had no real evolution of the Bowie knife in any way, shape or form. So giving it an ability like this to make it even stronger would be very cool, and also would be nice as well, tying in with the most recent update to camos in the game where you need to get headshots with the Bowie knife in order to unlock camouflages on it. It sort of doesn't make sense to try and get headshots with a knife. It just doesn't add up, does it? On some aspects, this sounds really cool, but if you look at it in another sense, this is essentially Treyarch's version of Slappy Taffy from Infinite Warfare Zombies, if you guys remember Slappy Taffy. It just gave you increased melee damage, allowing you to melee zombies to a much higher round than you normally would. And here's the thing when it comes to the new perks that have been added into Black Ops 4 Zombies, besides Dying Wish, a lot of them are optional, but they definitely aren't overpowered and break the meta of the game. There aren't necessarily any besides Dying Wish, in my opinion, that are more overpowered and more useful than any others. Now, since this is a new perk, it's going to be implemented so easily into the game that I definitely think this is only the first of many new perks we're going to be seeing added in during the life cycle of Zombies, because all it is a simple option on your 4 perk loadouts. It doesn't have to have a new machine designed for it or anything like that. It's just going to simply exist in both Chaos and Ether by just selecting it from Create a Class. Now, I'd really love it if Treyarch went the extra mile to make this more than just a simple melee damage increase perk, but have some sort of fun added into it as well. The fact that the knife is glowing in the perk icon makes it seem like it might have a special effect visually onto your knife as well. It'd be really cool if for a modifier effect on this perk, after a while of meleeing zombies, it allows you to charge up the knife and use it for some other effect besides simply knifing. So perhaps by knifing 20 to 30 zombies or so, it charges up slowly, and once it's ready, it will just be flashing, and if you're in a tight situation, you can simply just melee and it might cause a mini nuke to go off or something like that, or perhaps some sort of other effect which will stun the zombies, allowing you to get away from any tight situation. The ball is in Treyarch's court here to really make this an interesting perk, and to also think deeply on what the community want as more effective perks down the line in the future. But I'd love to know in the comment section what you think this perk could be called. One suggestion which I've seen which is really cool is Bloodlust. Looking at all the new perks that have been added, they're always double barrel names with both letters being the same, such as Deadshot Dealer, Bandolier Bandit, but then you do have Dying Wish and Victorious Tortoise, so Bloodlust is definitely a feasible name, but there's probably a lot more out there. So I say when this video ends, just leave a comment with what name you think this perk is going to be called. As for official information from Treyarch about this, I would assume we should hear something any time now, since this was found in the game very recently since the latest update. And once we do have that information, I'll make a updated video detailing exactly what it is, how much it costs, what it does, and if there's any other zombie changes we should be expecting expecting, because it seems that Treyarch are on a roll with every title update since 1.11, adding in something new to zombies every single week. We had gauntlets in Voyage and Despair. Then the next week, we got the gauntlet on 9, as well as 5 new weapons, and then later on we got camo support for your mastercrafts and everything like that, and then even further on in the week unlocked a camo progression system. So it seems like all of the really cool things that Treyarch have had planned for ages now are finally starting to roll in now that stability has gotten to a really good point. And since there's so much backlog, we should be seeing zombie updates even more frequently, maybe even weekly, which is definitely going to help with the retention of the games mode right now. And since it's been 2 months nearly since DLC 1 released and the operation ending later this month, we should hear some DLC 2 news very soon. So keep yourself posted for that by hitting that subscribe button and turning on those post notifications or email notifications. But if you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be very much appreciated. You can check out my last video on your screen now, which was a ultimate guide to the 9 gauntlet if you need any help on that. YouTube's been very funky as of recent, so you may have missed that video. And if you are a subscriber but you don't have the bell clicked, please do so, because otherwise you might be missing some of my uploads. But we've got more great zombies content coming on the way, so I hope to catch you for another video very soon.